Aged Lizard's Leopard here for a Creepypasta Thursday, filmed on a Friday, probably uploaded on a Saturday, because YouTube. So basically what you're going to notice is how blue I look at the moment, because basically it is 7 o'clock at the moment, and the light from my window is terrible because the sun is setting, and the only light I've got in this room is behind me, and it's behind me. So I've taped my phone to my computer. Yeah. And it's emitting a blue light, which means that I look blue. My computer is whirring because it's decided it's overheating when it isn't. So that's going to continue for the rest of the video, and it might get louder. So it is a creepypasta video, which means I am going to be creepypastering, and because my phone's on there, I've got to use my computer for the creepypastering. Hold on, let me just sort this out so I can see. There we go. Okay, so the creepypasta I'm going to be doing is a creepypasta, which is one of those creepypasta story ones. You know, like The New Bride. I think that was one of the ones I did. The New Bride. That was one that was like a story kind of one, less of a character. So this one's about this group of friends. We don't know the person who is who's telling the story, but I believe it's a girl, or a guy. I'll call it she for now, and then if anybody knows anything else. So the story is called They, and it's talking, and it says that this person, and their friends, Mark, Vanessa, and Lily, are going out. So they decided that, so Mark said, hey, let's go to this restaurant. We've all been there before, it'll be great. The person who's telling the story doesn't believe doesn't remember it, but they can't be sure. So they're driving along, it's really hot, so it's been like a drought for the whole time. And so it's in the middle of a drought, in July, and like rotting barns, so like rotting barns because of the heat. No one was around, so it was entirely like quiet. They're listening to music, talking, everything, and then after about an hour of driving, they arrived at the restaurant. However, the restaurant looked very clean and tidy and organised and everything, when everything else looked really disgusting and burnt. So when they got to the restaurant, it looked so beautiful and everyone was really nice there, but the food wasn't very good. It tasted like it'd been microwaved. Like, you know those packages you can get in like Tesco's or something, or Marks and Spencer's or Asda's or something. Like, they're about that big, and it's like a microwavable food packet, and it's just got like meat and gravy and then mashed potatoes and other things. And you put it in the microwave and it comes out as meant to be beautiful hot food. In reality, it's just like slop. And then once they'd finished their meals, they went and they drive back. But they decided maybe we'll drive around, look at the scenery, even though it's burning. And then they seem to have been driving on for about an hour, but then after getting a bit bored, which you can understand, they asked, how much longer are we going to be driving around? But there wasn't an answer. So they repeated it. Still no answer. When all the others were talking, so Vanessa was saying how beautiful everything was, even though it's all burnt. Mark was saying how they'd wanted to live on a farm when they were younger and it was all beautiful. Then the person who's telling the story says that they repeated it again. Vanessa's talking about the silos and the fact that Lily, one of the other girls, wanted to live wanted to live. No, was obsessed with them, so really liked them when they were younger. And then, again, for the 4th and 5th time, they repeated how much longer we're going to be driving around. And then they realised that they couldn't hear her. And they, that's the important keyword, they continued to be ignored. They kept talking about how beautiful everything was, how lovely it was, talking about the childhood and stuff. And then they were driving along this road and it seemed to be endless. And then they saw this abandoned school church thing. And they decided, hey, let's go check it out. And then they went in. Well, they came out. They all got out of the car after a couple of minutes of driving around when somebody finally went, yeah, let's go in. And they were going up to it, and then the girl, the person telling the story, walks into the building, and then is called out by one of her friends. And I'm using she, but we don't know if it is. It doesn't actually say ever. So Mark starts calling them, telling them to come out of there. They're like, oh, fine. Even though nobody hears what they're saying, they're still interacting with them. Kind of as though they're making up their answers for the person. Hello, Glitter. So they take a picture of the building and they leave. Then after leaving, they start driving around again, and then after a while, there's been about like 4 hours. They say, look, we've been driving around for 4 hours. And then Mark, who's been driving the car, turns around, kind of sensing that she'd said something, turns around, and his face is melting. His skin is melting off of his skull and his arms, and he just is a bone skeleton and some eyes. And then Vanessa turns her head, she's sitting in the front passenger seat, turns her head to talk to Mark, and her face is melting as well, and dripping. And then, that's pizza. That didn't arrive. Ignore that. Then she turns to Lily, sees nothing wrong, until she looks down and sees a puddle of face-coloured liquid on her lap. Ignore the pizza. Then they continue driving around, and she feels like it's endless. It's never going to end. It's driving her insane. And Mark just keeps driving and driving and driving and driving. They keep talking and laughing, talking and laughing, talking and laughing, melting and melting, melting and melting and melting and melting. Start to panic. The thoughts of driving non-stop for hours and hours. Perfect day just kept going and going. The sun shone as bright as ever. There was not even the slightest. Eventually the conversation just came to a stop, and there was complete silence while they were all in their trance. She was in panic mode for at least a couple of hours, until she was smiling. Began to feel like it was sweating, despite the temperature being exactly the same. However, she didn't care. This was something else. She felt fine. So that is a creepy story pasta thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've got my pizza to go eat. Yeah, so now that I have worked out a way to have internet access on my computer, I'm using my phone. I will hopefully be able to create more videos and upload them to you guys better. And I'm also hoping that you guys can suggest some more creepypastas. So if you have a creepypasta that you know I haven't done before, then comment below. You can also find my latest creepypasta video, which will actually be in the what's it called, playlist with all my other creepypasta videos, so you can watch all of them if you haven't watched them before. and actually I'd watch the ones you want to watch. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, because I will be making more videos again, I promise. And I do make different videos, this isn't my own thing. And also, can I just say, if this is the first video you're watching, it's an odd one, I must admit. And if you don't know what Creepypasta is, there's also going to be a link in the description below for the first Creepypasta video I did, explaining what a Creepypasta actually is. So, have fun with that. There'll be a link to my Twitter and my Facebook. If you can't be bothered to comment in this, you can, I don't know, do something on Facebook or Twitter or something, because I will start responding or looking at that. So yeah, have fun with your lives. I will see you guys hopefully next week, and if not next week, then soonish. Comic-Con is in October, and I'm going to that, so I will have a vlog from that. And Halloween's in October, and I'll have a vlog from that. And my birthday's in November, so I'll have a vlog from that. I won't be doing Christmas though, that's one thing I won't do. So, okay. If you want to see more of my videos, subscribe. If you like this one, like it, because it's helpful to know what you like and don't like. I'm sorry for the time, it's bad. Gecko out.